How about now? Can y'all hear me? No? Okay. Hang on a second. See, now I tried everything. Hold on. Yes. Okay. Y'all hear this mouth now? Yes. Oh, y'all. I am so happy to be back. Let me tell you something. You want to talk about missing some folk? I'd have missed y'all like nobody's business. Seriously, it's just hard to like not be with y'all regularly. But I mean, I had to do some, I had to do what I had to do. If we were busy and trying to get stuff together. Hold on, I'm trying to get this thing to the other account so I can see y'all on Facebook here. Hold on. You know what's funny is you do this stuff and everything works out until it's time for you to do it. All right, I see you over there too, YouTube. Okay, I'm going to start talking while I get the profile switched on Facebook. Whew. Okay, here we go. Not that one. So y'all, I actually know how to do this, but I got all nervous because it's been so long. Okay, family, how y'all doing? It's so good to be back with you. I have missed you all terribly. I have missed you. It's been a while since we've been live, but we are back. Here we go. Terribly, I have missed you. Okay, let's get the sound down. Okay, I'm really ready now. Hello and welcome to Calibama Live. I'm Chef Lorius, your host. It is so good to see all of you guys. I missed you. It's been a long time since we've been live, and I have missed y'all every minute of it. But COVID was crazy, and it was very difficult to just get everything going. And we just had to make some changes, y'all. So I took some time, and we're back better than ever. And tonight we are going to start off with making a chicken pot pie. I chose chicken pot pie because chicken pot pie is like the best comfort food. And mac and cheese is probably better as a comfort food, but chicken pot pie is a really close second. I'm serious. I love it. So I'm going to make chicken pot pie. Okay. First of all, I know I've been gone for a while, but I haven't forgot everything. I need y'all to share this. I need y'all to hit the share button because we're back now and it's new. And since we're back, we got to like let them know we're back. You know what I mean? I try to do some posting, but we're going to get there and we're going to make this pot pie. So I want y'all to feel free to chat with me all evening like we do. Y'all who are familiars here with Calibama cooking, y'all know how we do. Don't get brand new on me. Still be us. Do what we do. All right. We're going to start. Oh, y'all, we got new camera setups too. Okay. So Maddie's got the cameras. Is working the camera. I have 2 cameras now because I'm fancy. I'm fancy now, y'all. I'm fancy. Okay. Show it, Matt. Can you show the second view? I'm going to show y'all. This is so exciting. Look at that. Look. Bam. 2 camera view. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. So I'm really excited. Okay. So we're going to go back and forth between a couple of views so you can see what I'm doing. But I always got to be in position to run my mouth with y'all because y'all know that's what I do best is run my mouth. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to take my time. Hold on, what's that? Do you have a way to turn me up? Am I too soft? Can y'all hear me? Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Somebody said they wanted to turn me up. I just want to make sure you can hear me. Okay, I'm going to keep talking because I can run this here mouth. All right, boom. We're going to start with the pie crust, okay? We're going to make this pie crust from scratch. Now, it's going to take the time it takes. We're going to sit here and chat and have a good time. I'm not rushing because I want to show you how to make this, okay? I want to show you how to do this right. I don't want to just, mess up and just throw something at you. And then y'all be like, what was that she did? That ain't going to happen over here. All right, let's start with the pie crust. We've got here 3 cups of flour, okay? All-purpose flour is what I recommend for pie crust. But if all you have is bread flour, use it. If all you have is self-rising, use it. But I highly recommend all-purpose, okay? To this all-purpose flour, we are going to add a teaspoon of salt, okay? Salt is important. Don't ever skip the salt, even in desserts, because it's not going to make your dessert salty. It's going to let you taste the food. So trust me, all right? This is my whisk today, okay? This is the whisk. Somebody said, you hear me loud and clear. Okay, buddy, that's your sound. Turn me up. Turn me up, buddy. Somebody on Facebook said I'm quiet, I'm low. Turn me up. All right, next thing we're gonna do, shortening, okay? I'm gonna put my gloves on because I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people, they've been running around here making pie crust in, what the things called? Them big things, food processors, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, fundamentally, there is nothing wrong with that. But that's a lot of dish to dirty up for a pie crust. When you can honestly do it with these two hands. You can catch these hands. This is the best thing for a pie crust is to catch these hands. Now I'm using shortening. Some people like to use butter. You can use butter, shortening, or lard. I recommend shortening because after you get your pie crust made and you put it in the refrigerator so it can set, the way it firms up, butter is just a little harder to get smooth again. You know what I'm saying? I'm just checking. Yeah, butter is hard to get smooth again, but the I believe the shortening is better. I like it. Now, if I'm wanting the butter flavor, then I just use butter flavor shortening. But I recommend you go buy these here Crisco bacon. What do you want to say? Yeah, these baking sticks. A pie crust takes a whole one. Okay, so we've got 3 cups of flour, and I am just pulling it off and putting it down. It's literally that simple. Okay, and what we're going to do after this is we're going to use our hands and we're going to get this together to get it nice and crumbly before we add our water in there. All right. And we're not going to use a ton of water, just enough to get it moist so it can do what it's supposed to do. Yes, catch these hands. Y'all heard me. See, I'm breaking it up. I am going to mix it, but I'm breaking it up. Okay, first. All right, there we go. So there's that. Okay. Let's move this out the way. Next time I'm going to give me a bucket for trash. Okay, y'all remind me next week. All right, here we go. Just like this. See, this is all you're doing is smushing it together. See, this is why I like using the shortening. Now, if you use butter, okay, it's fine to use butter, but it'll do the same thing in the smushing up. I'm telling you, it's when you go to get it out the refrigerator, sometimes the butter, just to me, it gets just a little harder than I want it to be. And that just makes me not happy. It doesn't spark joy. For me, just for me, you know what I mean? And I need things that are going to spark joy. Okay, what they say? Somebody said you need to pray for the country. Yes, we will. Okay, and we're going to do it over good food. Now, I want you guys to notice, I'm making sure that I go underneath and pull up all of the flour. You see that? You see how I'm doing that? Because I want all of it to be coated with, I want the flour and the shortening to be all together in one. Now, you see how I pick it up and it's looking like this, crumbly? That's what we want. This is what we're looking for right here. Okay? And a good test to make sure you got it right is you pick it up, bunch it together like that, and then let it fall. And that's how you know you got it right. And you should see no loose little flour bits around. Now we're going to add our water. For water in a pie crust, you can use, I use about 6 to 10 tablespoons, depending on how dry it is in the environment. So today's a little dry. It's 1, 2. And y'all know I don't like to measure, but when it comes to pie crust, you got to get that thing right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm going to start there. Now I'll tell you, you want to make sure your water is ice cold. Okay, that is extremely important that your water is ice cold. And I actually, if you'll notice, I put ice cubes in the water in my cup, and then I put the water in. Now, by doing that, I'm ensured that my water is ice cold. Now, if you do choose to use one of them food processors to make your pie crust, I'm going to put the last 2 tablespoons in here. If you do choose to do that, you can actually, I've never done it. Okay, I haven't done this, but I'm just telling you what I heard. What I had heard, the word on the street is you can put just ice cubes in there, and the ice cubes will I don't know. I've never done it. That's the word on the street. So do with that what you will. I'm not endorsing it. I just do what you will with that. All right. Now you see how my pie crust has come together. And I want you to see this consistency. Can you guys see this? See that? You can see it's got some moisture to it. It's soft, but it's not so it's not wet and sticky. Okay. Now, one of the things I like about using gloves for this is you can tell once the gloves are not sticking to the pie crust, you know you're in a good spot. You see that? Okay. Now, and I knew to use 10 tablespoons of that water, y'all, because I'm telling you right now, it is dry today in here. I don't know what's going on with this weather. The mid-Atlantic today was cold. I mean, cold. All right. Now, in a perfect world, you should cut this in half and like weigh them to make sure they're even. But y'all know, ain't nobody got time for that. I'm sorry. I'm not. So I'm going to do what I do. I pick it up and I breaks it in half. And I say, that's about right. Now, if you look at this also, I have not like mixed this to pure smoothdom. You see how it's still got some texture in it? It's still got some movement. The reason I do that is because if you over mix your pie crust, you know what's going to happen? It's going to get tough. And you're not going to like that. And then you're going to be like, oh, why is my pie crust tough? Well, because you did too much to it. You know what I'm saying? This is a gentle piece of pastry, okay? So what we're going to do is wrap this up in some saran. Oh, plastic wrap. I'm sorry. Saran ain't sponsoring me, so plastic wrap. Okay? And what I do is take it, and you need 2 pie crusts for chicken pot pie because you're going to have a crust on the bottom and a crust on top. All right? I wrap it up, and then I actually put it in a slight disc shape to start. You see that? Just a little bit, just like that. Okay? And we're going to put these in the refrigerator. Now, you can make these ahead of time and have plenty of time for them to get cold. You can even freeze them. I sometimes make these coming up to Thanksgiving. I'll make like, 10 or 12, whatever, how many pie crusts, and then put them in the freezer and take them out when I need them, when I'm ready for them. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you want this to go in the refrigerator, though, so that it kind of comes together and it's not too loose. What I like to do if I'm not having a ton of time is I just take it after I make it like this. I'm going to put these in the fridge right now. And by the time we finish with our filling and everything, they'll be ready. All right. So let's put these in the fridge. Okay. And now on to our next piece of business. We're going to get this chicken part going. Now, I'm going to show y'all one of my favorite. I would say it's a hack, but I don't think it's a hack because I'm pretty sure everybody's doing this now. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. But I'm going to debone the chicken. What I like to do, in a perfect world, we would all roast the chicken, right? Or do whatever we want to do with it. I know, that's great. I know, I get it. Yeah, okay, got it. Now let's be real. Anybody got time for that all the time, every day? It ain't happening. Let me see. It just ain't happening. So I like to just go to the store and get a rotisserie. They done did the work. You know what I'm saying? They gotta eat too, so go ahead and buy that rotisserie. Now I've got 2 things here. One is where I'm gonna put my old bones when I get done with it, and this is where I'm gonna put the meat. Now this will not be as painstaking as you're thinking it is, because I'm gonna just go for it. See how I just ripped that off? All you're doing is pulling the meat, see there, off of the bone. That's all you're going to do. And you don't have to worry if you don't get every single scrap of meat, okay? And the reason you don't have to worry about getting every single scrap of meat is because we're going to save this carcass and make chicken broth with it. We're going to roast the carcass in the oven and make chicken broth. So that means it's okay. If we don't get every bit of meat off of it, it's going to be fine. And the beauty of using a rotisserie chicken is by itself, one is usually enough for a perfectly sized pot pie. At least for my family it is. And with my mama eating 2 of this, it's 6 of us. So and the hardest parts really is these little legs and stuff because they got more bones and stuff on them. But you get right here to this middle, look, pull that back. Can y'all see what I'm doing? I'm looking. You got anything on Facebook? I'm just seeing if I need to do anything. What kind of gloves am I using? I use a Cisco brand, and they are black nitrile gloves, and I love them. They are great for cooking. I use them a lot for cooking because I just don't want to always get the stuff in my hands. But you see how easy this is? And you want mostly white meat in the pot pie anyway. See that? That's all we're doing. I know y'all know this, so I'm not going to call it a full hack because y'all will be like, girl, everybody been doing that. But I don't know. Maybe you haven't tried this method yet. I don't know. I don't want presume. You know what I'm saying? And then imagine that I'm presuming, and you're like, oh my God, I just missed out on a great hack that I didn't know about. That would be on me. That would be my bad. Are y'all sharing this? Are y'all? I can't see. I can't tell. Are y'all sharing? I'm hoping now. Somebody said that they use the rotisserie chicken for their chicken salad. I do too. This is the best, and it's flavored really well. They do a really good job with these. And even though they say they have a flavor, they kind of don't. You know, it's really just a good blank canvas that you can use for pretty much anything. And but it's not totally boring. You know what I mean? Y'all understand what I'm trying to say? Hold on. Oh, Sarah says that Belle says hi. Hi, Belle. Boy, Sarah, when Sarah started following, I don't think you were even pregnant with Belle. And now Belle is 2, right? Oh my goodness. Y'all, we got little Calibama babies. We, we got Calibama babies. The weather says chicken pot pie. Absolutely. I see some hello from California. Hey, y'all know that's what Calibama means. Y'all know that, right? I'm from California, born and raised, Sacramento, not LA. Okay, don't mix it up. From Sacramento, born and raised. And then I live here in Virginia, but my family, my mama, my daddy, my grandparents, and everything, they're all from Alabama. And not only are they from Alabama, they're from the same part of Alabama. So, you know, growing up, it was very interesting to be in a place like Sacramento eating collard greens and sweet potato pies. I don't eat pumpkin pie. That's what was around, but I don't fool with that. My grandmama made sweet potato pies, and that's all there is to it. That's all I have to say. Okay, now for the sake of time, I'm going to stop, even though there's like nothing left. But we're going to take this and we're going to save this, okay? And we're going to roast this. We're going to put it on a pan with some onions and celery and all that, and just roast it real good, and then put it in a pot, boil the water, and make stock out of it. And this is going to be the best chicken stock. This is going to make your dressing off the chisang. All right? So I'm just going to close that back like that. And here we go. Put her over here. Okay, we didn't give her a name. I guess that makes it easier to save her. Have her dinner later. All right, there we go. All right, now we're going to get into the pot and start making the pot pie, the actual filling. All right, before I go on, y'all got any questions for me? I'm just trying to mix, check and see. Lisa says also makes chicken noodle soup. Yes, I do that chicken noodle soup with it as well. And you can even make your what the things with the chicken and dumplings. That's what I'm trying to say. I gotta stop saying with them things because my mama gets on my case. She'll be like, "You know how to speak properly. Why do you insist upon that?" You know, she's still a mama and she's still telling me what to do. I love her though. If you know my mama, she's good people. Okay, let's move on. Now we're gonna start on our filling. Okay, y'all, how you like the second view? Bam! Ha! The reason, ha! Bam! I know, I love this. Oh my God! So I do this. This view lets you see this part because I'm cooking over here. Okay, this is where I'm going to be cooking today. Sometimes when I'm cooking here, we can do like the other one, but I'm just kind of going back and forth. Okay, so olive oil is the first thing we're going to do. Now, what we're going to do in this pot pie filling, we're going to use some veggies. I've got some carrots, okay? And I bought the carrot chips, okay? That saves you some time. Can you see that? The chips, I'm trying to make sure I got the angles right. You can see that? Those are carrot chips. I've also got some fresh green beans that I've cut up, and I cut them kind of small, okay, on purpose because they're going to go in there. I also have an onion. This is half of a yellow onion, okay? And then we're going to put in there some garlic. I'm using garlic paste. I love garlic paste. Garlic paste is from the Lord. Accept it, receive it, buy it, okay? And we're going to put chicken broth, better than bouillon. We're going to mix with water, again, of the Lord. Believe it, receive it, buy it. Okay, and our main seasonings we're going to use thyme and basil. Okay, you can use fresh thyme, that's fine. You can use fresh basil, that's fine. But from my experience, thyme gets on my nerves. Okay, because when you get those little things and you're trying to pull and I know somebody knows what I'm talking about. Come on. Y'all got to know. Doesn't time get on your nerves? It's just like, oh, and no matter how you pull, then you get a twig in there, and then it's always something. Always something. So I don't fool with it no more. I mean, I get it for pictures and to be pretty and stuff, but let me tell you, this will be fine. Yeah, amen. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Praise his name. Okay. Our olive oil is getting warm. We're going to put, ooh, did y'all hear the sizzle? Here we go. We're gonna get our veggies going. I put our onions in and our carrots and our green beans. Now, beauty of the pot pie, you can put whatever vegetables your folks like in here. A lot of people put peas and carrots in their pot pies. My family doesn't like peas, so I'm trying to keep peas. So I only get the peas. It's for the most part. But this is always a safe combo for us. Everybody can get with carrots, green beans, and onions. But do what your folks like. Make it your own. All right. Now, this here is garlic paste. You can cut up your garlic and put it in. That's fine. That works too. Okay. I'm just giving you options. Garlic paste is nice though because then you don't have to have your hands smelling like garlic. I mean, that's a real issue. But put enough in there. Don't be shy. This is the chunky one. Okay. And these are about a teaspoon, I think, or a tablespoon equals a clove. Yeah, they say 1 teaspoon equals a medium clove. Okay. I just put a bunch in there because that feels right to me. See how we're getting this going? All we're trying to do is get this soft. We just want to get these soft. We're not trying to go overboard and cook them. We're not frying it. We just want it to get soft. See how this garlic paste blends in there well? As it gets going, we're going to add thyme. Now I would say start with a tablespoon of thyme, okay? But I listen for the voice of the ancestors. And when they tell me to stop, I stop. So I'm going to start and we're going to listen for the ancestors. I don't hear them yet. Oh, okay. Yes, ancestors. They said stop, I stop. Basil. I love this little lightly dried basil you can get at the store. This stuff is everything. Again, ancestors. Y'all listening? Oh, they said it. Okay, I heard you, ancestors. Let's stop. Okay. We gotta mix this around. Woo! Got a little pop from that oil. I'm sorry, ancestors. What did y'all tell? Oh, they said put salt in there. Okay, ancestors. Yes. I'm gonna use nice big salt flakes. You see that? Can you see how nice and big these salt flakes are? These are garlic sea salt flakes. And I like using these because a little goes a long way and the flavor is just unmatched. Now, in all honesty, you can use that just as a finishing salt. You don't have to use it in your dish because, they ain't cheap, but I'm just saying, do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. I'm not gonna say that. You can go ahead on and use your kosher salt, or this is kosher salt. You can use kosher salt. That's fine too. All right. You see how these veggies are getting soft, and they don't need to be perfectly soft at this point because we're gonna put it in the oven and cook it. All right. Now we're gonna take that beautiful chicken that we pulled apart, put her in there. Look at that. I'm telling you, it's nothing like a pot pie. Pot pies just make you feel like all is right in the world. You see here? I'm just mixing this up. Ooh, ooh. I'm feeling it, y'all. Okay, let's hit it with some pepper, okay? Now this is this fresh black pepper. My kids don't like pepper, so I tell them I don't use it. Don't tell them. They know. They know their mama. And because the chicken was already cooked, you don't have to take extra time to wait for it to get done. That's what I like about the rotisserie. Because, waiting on a cold chicken to get done, then you do something silly like turn the heat way up, trying to make it cook fast, and then you mess it up. It just goes from bad to worse. Don't rush it. Good food takes time and can't be rushed. And you see how I'm stirring this around? We've got our herbs all mixed in with our chicken and our vegetables. And we're going to give this a taste in a second and see if the ancestors have more to say. We are going to give the ancestors their chance to speak. We're not going to shortchange them. Okay, share the video, y'all. All right, now we're going to move to the liquid part of the program. We're going to add chicken broth and some cream. Okay, this is heavy cream. Now you can use heavy cream by itself. I don't like to do that because heavy cream is very, very rich. And if you use just heavy cream, it is very easy for things it can be hard for people to digest, in all honesty. So I don't like to use just cream by itself. So I like to mix in a little chicken broth with it. So better than bouillon, I've got water in here, about 2 cups of water. I shouldn't need to use 2 cups of this broth. I should only need about 1.5 cups, but we'll see. All you do is better than bouillon is put the concentrate in the water. Look at that, and then just whisk it up. That's it. How easy is that? How easy is that? All right, look at that. Now, be careful not to overcook your chicken though in here, because since it's pulled apart, it can start to get mushy if you go too long. So just, just be careful. Don't get carried away. All right, we're going to start with about half of this chicken broth. Okay, and this is the liquid that's going to give our pot pie some nice moisture. See here? And I've still got my heat on about medium. You see that? Oh, yeah. We're also going to, oh, yeah, that looks good. We're going to put a little flour in here, too. Okay? Now, I've got some more all-purpose flour. We just need about 3 tablespoons. That's it. 1, 2, and 3. And the reason we're putting this in is this is going to help thicken up the chicken broth and the cream. So let's get that in there. You want to just stir it around. Let it get all absorbed. You see how the chicken broth and the meat and the veggies are absorbing the flour? See that? Okay, I'm looking, y'all. Somebody said, when am I going to do another banana pudding video? I don't know, but what I have is doing so well. Why I need to do another one? I'll do one soon. Okay, you see that? Now you can't see the flour in there anymore because it's been absorbed. And our point with the flour is we're not trying to cook flour. My phone or something. I'm going to burn that. We just want that to absorb in there so that it doesn't have a raw taste, and so also that it can get some thickness to it. All right, now we're going to add the cream. I've got about 3/4 to a cup of heavy cream. I'm going to put that in there because the Lord said so. I heard it. He said, Lori, and I said, do you mean Chef Lori's or Lori? And he said, Lori. And I said, yes, Lord. He said, put the cream in. I said, okay. And I put the cream in. And then he said, Lori. I said, yes. He said, Lori, not Chef Lori. So I'm talking to Lori. Put some more chicken broth in there so you don't get everybody in the house sick off that rich cream. Because you know what happens as a mom. If everybody gets sick, who likes to clean the mess up? You know what I mean? It ain't fun. Now, what I want you to see is I'm just putting this in and mixing it around until this is nice and moist. I don't want to overdo it. If this is dry, okay, if this does not have this level of moisture to it, your pot pie is going to be dry too. Now, you want a little bit of this moisture. See that? It's kind of like got a little, it's doing Wakanda. Right? See, look, you see that? See that? That's what you want it to do, okay? Because that means it's got enough moisture that as it cooks, it'll thicken up and all will be well. Now, just because, oh, yes, Lord, I'm going to put a little bit more broth in there. He told me to, that's why. I'm going to listen. I'm going to heed. That's what you say, I'm going to heed. Oh, yeah, see that? And as you stir it up, you'll see it just mixes right in. Oh, now we have to give this a taste. Let's see what the Lord says. We'll see what the ancestors say. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to get a little piece of chicken. See, I didn't do much. I'm not being greedy. I'm not being greedy. Ooh. Ah, ain't it good? Oh, my God. Oh, that is good. Okay, wait. The ancestors said this is good, but let me just check with them. Let me just check. Okay, they said they put more time in it. Okay, they said time, I'm going to put more time in it. But I'm telling you, ancestors, I think this is right. If these turn out to be like Mulan's ancestors and I get messed up, I'm going to be mad. I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it real, fam. All right, there we go. But this tasted good already, and that salt was perfect in the pepper. All right, I've turned the heat off. There's that. Let's move all this stuff out the way. Now we are almost in the home stretch. I'm telling you, it's not hard to do, and you'll like the flavor so much better when you make it from scratch like this. I'm telling you, everything about it will be way better than you've ever had. And you'll just be like, oh my goodness, what have I been missing all this time, right? And the truth is, I don't know. I mean, you can eat the Swansons. You guys still eat those? Well, okay, let me leave that alone because I'm about to get in trouble, say something that I shouldn't say. And we are all very sensitive these days, so I don't want to make nobody mad. Don't nobody need to be mad but the devil. Amen, church? All right. Y'all know. I ain't making it up. We're gonna get ready to get that pie crust out. Here we go. Let's get back on this camera, this view. And now we're going to this one. Getting my production step. No, the other one. And do the two together. There, no, the next one. Number two, there. Boom! Boom. Ow. You know, my husband asked me one time, he said, have you always liked to dance? And I said, no, we couldn't dance. And I think that's where my fascination with it comes from, because we couldn't do anything. So now, every chance I get, I'm like, oh, but I can't dance because I never learned how to dance. So I just look awkward. But you know what? I'm trusting that my millennial-ish children are going to get me on track and have me not looking a fool. Y'all having a good time? All right. You having a good time? Let me know. Let me see. Am I talking too much? Not like I'm going to stop. But we having a good time? Let me know. Because if y'all ain't having a good time, we'll just go ahead and turn this joint up and make do what we got to do. Somebody said, okay, there we go. Woo! Back to these pie crusts now. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the pie crust and we're going to roll it out. Now, the way I like to roll them out, see, being in the refrigerator just a little bit of time was perfect, okay? You should not need any extra flour, okay? Now, this is my little tip for rolling out pie crust. And I love it because it just makes me happy, y'all. So, back to the nondescript plastic wrap. Okay. I'm going to put this over like this. Okay. Oops. And so what I'm doing is I'm going to put a layer down here. Okay. Like that. I might have to get another piece of that. I don't know what I'm doing, obviously. Put that in the middle. And then I'm going to put saran wrap, plastic wrap. Y'all tell the saran people they need to sponsor me. I'm going to put the plastic wrap over it. And we're going to roll it out from here. And if we need to put another piece, I'm going too fast. Let me slow my roll there. Okay. Slow down. Yes, Lord. I heard you. Okay. We're good. Now, by doing it like this, remember we started by putting it into a disc to begin with? Where's my rolling pin? Here we go. I use my hand first to push it out. This is why it's important to have enough moisture in your pie crust. That's why we had the 10 tablespoons of water. Now we're going to start rolling it out. And see, this is fine rolling out while that's sitting there. You see what I'm saying? Those flavors are like, oh, what's going to happen? Oh, y'all, what's going on? What's going on? What we going to do? What we going to do now? That's what it's saying. And I'm just rolling. Now, by putting the plastic wrap under and on top of this pie crust, it makes it so that you don't need any extra flour. Sometimes people use a little extra flour so it doesn't stick. Nothing sticks to plastic wrap. So you just roll it out like that. And don't worry about it being in a perfect circle and just get it even enough. And don't worry if it starts to come apart or pieces tear or anything. That ain't the end of the world. Listen, y'all play with Play-Doh when you were kids. Did you play with Play-Doh? If you play with Play-Doh, we're gonna do the same thing. Pop, pop, pop. See here? This is all I'm doing, rolling it out. Now what you're gonna do is take your plate, and I'm gonna use a nice deep dish plate because I want this to be filling. Anything you eat in my house, you're gonna be full. You're not gonna leave here talking about, oh, that was nice. Okay, I have a little more hunger on me. No, you don't. If you got hunger on you after leaving here, something wrong. You need to see somebody about that. Because I don't believe in that. You gonna come over here, take your time, come over here and still be hungry? Take your pie plate, turn it over, put it on there. We want a little more space because remember, you've got to also give this space to go inside of this part. Okay? So I'm gonna roll it a little bit more. There we go. This recipe on the pie crust that we did is enough for 2 pie crusts. And it's also in the cookbook. Y'all got your cookbooks yet? Yeah, it's still coming. The holidays are coming. That's why I wanted to make sure I got back in time for the holidays, because I do not want y'all having bad food. Woo! That would make me mad. Okay, So now we know this is good, right? Aha, voila. What we're gonna do then is take off the top piece. Okay, don't worry if little pieces get in there. That's all good. It's all good. Okay. This is like so much fun for me because it's so darn clean and neat. Okay, ready? Trash. Once this is like that, take that pie plate and now put it back on there. See, we measured it for size with the plastic on. We took the plastic off. Then we're going to pick it up, right? And get your hand under it and turn it over. Voila. Now, the next good part about this method is then you can go ahead and place the pie crust exactly where you need it to be while the plastic is still on. This is genius. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, this is the way to do it. And it's actually the right amount of coolness, because if it had stayed in there too much longer, it probably would have got real cold. Now we're going to take this one off. All right. Look at what we're working with. And then you're just going to, this is the Play-Doh part. Just push together. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't going, nobody going to see it. You know, it's going to bake. Just like this. See there? Just like that. Now, this is perfect. You see how I got a little piece here? Let me hold it up. See a little piece here separated. Can you see that? All right. Let me show you what you do with that. It's very important. It's very technical. Technical. Okay. You take another, well, you trim the side. We'll do that in a minute. You take another piece of pie crust. Y'all ready? This is very, very technical. You put it over it. There's more. And you push. Now, that right there is worth the time, in my opinion, for the whole show. Who knew? Now we're going to go around, cut the sides off. If you want to decorate the sides, the edges, you can. I usually don't on a pot pie. If I'm making a sweet pie, maybe, you know. But I don't really find the need to on a pot pie. This pie is about eating, not about being pretty. Then go back after you get your sides cut off. Just make sure you've covered all sides and rims. If anything like that comes up slightly open, get your piece that you just pulled off and push it down. Make sure everything is down there. See that? That's all you need to do. Okay? Now we're going to put the filling in and then we're going to roll out the top. Okay? Let me see. Y'all all right? Let me see what's going on. Hey, Nicole, I see you, girl. Now we're going to take our filling and just like this. Ooh, it's hot. We're going to put it in. I know you can't see because my angle is bad, but I'm right-handed and I'm doing the best I can. So bear with me. Thank you. All right, there. Filling in. See, it's got that moisture, got that Wakanda. Right? See that? And I think that's very filling enough because there's carrots in here, there's chicken in here, there's green beans, there's onions, it's even got flour and what else we put up in here? What you call that thing? Flour and creams and broths and stuff. So we're gonna set this aside for a second and roll out our second pie crust. You can do both of them at the same time, but I'm trying to kind of preserve space here since we're working together. All right. Ooh, y'all, it's so good to be back cooking live. This is my jam right here. I love it. I love cooking live. We're gonna do the same thing as we did with the other one. Okay. I'm gonna start with opening it here. We're almost done. Yeah, we're almost done. Because, you know, I'm not going to do fluff. These folk out here, these folk in these cooking streets, let me tell y'all, it is some drama in these cooking streets. I said, no, sir. Not me. No. Ain't no drama over here. They doing a lot. Here we go. Put this back over it. Remember, like we said, put two over. I'm going to try to do this slower this time so I don't. This is this direction. Have y'all noticed that gives me pause? Boom. Ha-ha. And one more here. And I'm telling you, this is just the best way to do it. Now, you want to start preheating your oven, okay? You want your oven to preheat to 375 degrees. You don't want to go higher, okay? Because if you go higher, all that's going to happen is you're going to burn the crust, and the inside is technically already done, but it's not going to melt yet. It's not going to, you know? Y'all know what that means, right? Oh, look at my shirt. Am I straight? Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's got to do that. It got to do that. So here we go. I'm pushing this. See that? There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now, we're going to go back to our rolling pin. And I have to tell y'all, now that we are back, I've had so many changes during COVID and, you know, how we've been able to do the channel and videos. We were doing really good with getting videos out for a while, and then we had a change in video personnel. And whew, it's been rough, but I think, y'all, I've been working towards getting it together, and I believe the Lord's going to honor that. Yes. Glory. See here? This is going to be the one that goes on the top. And you see, you get a few pieces apart. That's okay. If your pie crust, okay, hold on. Now, see here, the piece of plastic wrap went under it, which means it'll start sticking to this. I'm not trying to do that. Nah, shoddy. All right. Now, if your pie crust is too dry, what you'll find is it'll be cracking everywhere, okay? And you'll see all the cracking, and then you'll just be like, oh no, oh no. What you want to do if that happens, take some water in your hands, okay? On your fingers, just some water on your fingers, and start to drip it on there and keep going. That'll get you some more moisture. Don't dunk it in any water. Don't try to go back and remix it because it's going to get tough. Remember we talked about that? Just add some water on your fingers like that and keep going. It'll absorb the water and your crust will be fine. Now this one doesn't have to be as wide as the other one because this one is just going over top. It's going over top, see? Right there. We almost done. The oven's here. Now here's our filling. We're going to take off. Woo-hoo. Oh, it smells so good in here, y'all. It smells like fall. I don't know how I feel about fall, though. I usually love fall, but it's like because we were still stuck in the house for summer, I think I'm ready for fall. I think I'm done with summer. I mean, summer is done with me, but you know what I mean? It kind of feels a little strange. Is it just me? It could very likely just be me. I'm going to take this and turn it over, flip it right on top like that. Okay? Take this piece off. Look at that. That's pretty. And I'm not even done. Okay? Don't worry if you have little tears on there. This is homemade. This is not made in a factory. Okay? Now, I like crust, so what I do is on this part, I actually go up and kind of double it there a little bit. What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? Okay, I'm trying to see what y'all talking about. Baby cakes. Oh, hey, baby cakes. Okay, see there? Now, share the video. You're going to go back and do the same thing on the sides as you did before. Like so. You know what I want to make, y'all? I got this idea to make a jerk chicken pot pie. What do y'all think? I've had some mixed responses around here when I've mentioned it. I've gotten a few. I don't know. But I'm like, wouldn't it just be like jerk chicken? Right? I mean, fundamentally, would it work? You know what I'm saying? You can do this as a Cajun pot pie. That would work. You have any little holes. See how this look? Can you see this? Let me look at it. See, you've got like a little crack there. You can go crazy and stuff and try to do all kinds of things that are unnecessary. Or you can just take you a piece of dough and just lay it on there. Don't push too hard or you'll push through, okay? But don't worry, it's gonna bake anyway, it's gonna look pretty. All right, here we go. Now we're gonna go in with egg wash. Egg wash is very important. The egg wash is what's gonna give us a really pretty finish on it. It's gonna make it look all nice and pretty. Somebody said oxtails, ooh. I have not made oxtails on purpose. It's a whole nother conversation, I'll admit. But I'm gonna pray on it. I'm gonna pray on it. Brush. Now this is one egg mixed with about 2 tablespoons of water. Okay, see there? This is all I'm doing, I'm brushing it on. It's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna have like a side of eggs on it. It's just gonna have a really pretty finish. Okay, and if you want to have like, I have some decorative pieces like little leaves or little Christmas trees or whatever season it is, or little pumpkin cutouts or something. If you want to put those on it, you take these scraps here of dough, roll them back together. It's okay now if they get tough because you're doing something else with them. You can roll those out and then put them directly on top. Just sit it on top, kind of like we did those, but literally, you know, place it and stuff. Strategically place it. Oh, hold on, I gotta pick something there. There we go. Okay, see that? I like to make sure I get this part on there good because I want it to look pretty when it come out. I don't want to place and have it looking kind of cute. I want it to be pretty. It's like professional makeup. You know, if you get your makeup done professionally, you don't want to be like, yeah, I guess that's okay. No, I want it right. And that's how I'm gonna do. Okay, we're gonna cut in some little breathing holes, okay? Because it needs to breathe. There's gonna be steam in here, and we need to let it escape. Now we're not cutting no whole bunch. We ain't doing a lot. We're just doing a couple little slits right here and there. I'm doing a little 4, 3, 4, just like that. See there? Boom. That's it. Now I recommend that you put this on a baking dish. Put it in the oven at 375 degrees. All right. Okay, wait. Pinky said she's here for the jerk pop pie. I'm sorry, Maryland. Maryland. I know Maryland. That's Pinky. But Maryland said, okay, for you. What we're going to do now, set this aside. And you know what? There is a magical, wonderful thing, the magic of television, which is also the magic of the internet. You know, whatever. Hand me that. Can you pass me that one, helper? Oh, I had y'all in mind, so I went ahead on, and oh, it's still hot in here. Look at that. Boom! Go ahead. I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait right here. Y'all better put some heart, put some thumbs up, something, because that thing right there. Come on. Don't. I'm gonna wait. Let me see. Is it in bed? Did they come through? Did you get the help? Did you get? Is it coming? Oh, thank you, Pinky. You still Pinky. I appreciate it. Y'all, that's pretty. I don't care what you say. That's pretty. And see, these are little spots where I had little holes like in the crust. And remember how I showed you? I just had put something on it. That's all I did. And see how they baked in? Look how pretty that is. Ooh! All right, let's cut this baby open. I made this one earlier and gave it time to sit because you have to give your pot pie time to sit. It's kind of like lasagna. You know, when it comes out, everything just wants to eat it. Ah! No, it'll fall apart, and you will be terribly disappointed, especially for your level of effort, if you went through all this rolling out and stuff. So I've let this one sit. I love the way the pie crust just does that. And you see how that egg wash gave me that little golden? I'm telling you what, Swanson's ain't got nothing on this. Did y'all used to eat those when we were kids, remember? Swanson. See, and then you can cut it off. Now, what you can also do with these, you can make them individual. Sometimes I get like a little ramekin, bigger than a small one, you know, ramekin size. And I like to make them individual for the kids or something, and then it's easier to eat. See, the first piece is always the hardest, right? But we let it cool a little bit. We might cut another piece just to have a pretty one. Oh my God, that looks so good. Are y'all seeing this? Ooh. Oh Lord. See, I let it cool. I let it cool for a good while. I probably let it cool longer than y'all would I would let it cool. I'm saying y'all longer than I would let it cool on a normal day. But I wanted to make sure that I could cut it for you guys to see. Oh. Let me tell you something. That right there, everybody can't do that. They can. They want to say they can. They want to act like they can. But everybody can do that. I'm giving away secrets. Oh, God, that's so good. Hold on. I'm just the crust by itself. The crust is so flaky. And you see the flaky? I don't have anything else to say because I need to eat. This is the bomb. Let me see any comments I need to address. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. Thank y'all for the heart because I know this is some good looking food right here. I'm telling you, I know it's good. Back on me, please. Y'all, it's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. It is. But a couple of things I want to remind you before we go. This cookbook will save you It's comfort food season. You don't want to be in the house and you don't know how to cook nothing, okay? Because a snow day is really bad. It's worse with bad food. All right? You can order the cookbook on Amazon, or you can go to my website, cheflorius.com, and order it. Get your cookbook. Get your cookbook. Get your cookbook. Calibama cooking. All right? I will see you guys next week. I'm back, baby. I'm back, baby. I'm back, baby. I hope you guys like the new camera views and the stuff that we've tried to work on to get this, new and improved, to kind of catch up with the times. Thank you for receiving me back after my break. I feel so good being back with you guys. I love y'all so much. Share the video. We got to let the people know I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I love you. I will see you guys next week. Did I forget anything? Oh, Shane told me to tell y'all hi, because he's not doing the cameras no more. That's what part of this. He can't keep that up. You know what I mean? He's busy with work and stuff, and he can't stop, and it just don't work. So I got the setup for that. But he said hi. I think he missed y'all now. He do. Maybe I can get you. Will you come say hi to the people? He said he's waving. I thought he would come say hi, but he's just waving. All right. Oh, snap. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna tell you something on the real. You cook like this, you sit up there like, how come I'm still single? Can you cook? I'm just saying. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone because this is Peaceful Channel. Thank y'all for being with me tonight. I will see y'all next Thursday night at 8 o'clock. Calibama Cooking Live. If you have something you want me to make particular or specific, please send me a note in my DM. Hit me up in my DM. I will try to make sure I see it, and I will try to get to it and make it for you. I love you guys so much. I will see you next week. Have a wonderful, blessed week. Happy cooking.